Sorry?
Where do I find your site?
Just go to YouTube
Yeah?
and just do Jillian Camps Arizona, one word. So, I know, right? I should have like cards or something.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. So like how, what's the video gonna be?
My name is Jillian and this is Jillian Camps Arizona, and today we're just going to be doing a short up-down video of how to set up the Winterial 3-person dome tent. Again, this will be the very first time I've ever put up this tent. I have not hiked with it yet in the Grand Canyon. That's coming up in September, so I'll have lots of videos of it then, I'm sure. However, this is just a review video. I want to be able to put up the tent, I want to be able to take it down, I want to be able to put on the rain fly, take off the rain fly, all that type of stuff before I go to the Grand Canyon itself. So this is just going to be a short up-down video of that. As you can see, I've already unpacked the tent. It came in this fun stuff sack and it fits very nicely back in here. And as you can see, it comes with the tent poles, tent stakes, the tent itself, and the rain fly. So let's go ahead and unpack it and set it up, and we'll time how long it takes me to set up this little tent just by myself. Again, a 3-person tent means it can fit 2 people plus gear, so keep that in mind when doing some tent shopping if you're in the area for a backpacking tent. So our previous tent for backpacking was a Coleman 4-person tent, but we did decide to purchase a strictly backpacking tent made for backpacking. It's lightweight, durable, made of aluminum poles so that we can easily carry it on the trail and it fits in our bags. So I personally like this tent so far. I like what I see, but let's see if it sets up and takes down easily. So the only thing I'm adding to this is my trusty mallet here. So first we stake it in. Oh, there's lots of ants over in this area. Wow. I'm not going to stake it in too far because the ground is pretty hard here, so we're just going to stake it in halfway. These tents are pretty easy, to be perfectly honest. These stakes are super lightweight and everything's included in the bag that you need except for the mallet. So just be sure to carry a small mallet with you when you go camping, and away you go. This is probably a V section. In order to put the tent, oh, I did that wrong. So these are actually for the tent poles, and this is for the stake on the end here, so my bad. I did these wrong. That's okay. I need my mallet. Golly. These poles are nice though. They just kind of snap together pretty easily. This looks like it's what's known as an outer tent. So it means that you don't thread the poles through. You just snap them on to the outside of the poles, and then away you go, basically. I like to do the middle first. Which I'm sure is here. So this appears to tie the poles together. And snap all these on. So setting up the tent wasn't all that hard, but now I have to restake it because I accidentally put it in the wrong stake holes in the tent. I put it where the poles are supposed to go. So we now have to restake it. And now for the rain fly. Looks like the doors go this way and this way. So I gotta clip it here and here. No front and back door. It looks like it does have the 2 doors set up, so I'm just going to clip it on all the sides, see where to go from there. And then it does look like you stake it out here and there. unzips, but not all the way down. So it unzips only to the base. Here, not even. So it doesn't even unzip all the way. What I like about it is that it is mostly mesh, so it will be quite airy on the inside, which is nice. There have been some complaints about how the mesh goes too far down to the bottom, and then the rain fly doesn't work so well because it doesn't cover up all the way. But I think if you stake it out appropriately, it will work. So you just have to stake it out. So it is pretty small for a 3-person tent. I'd say this is definitely more of a 2-person tent, but I think this will work for us in the Grand Canyon for a 4-day trip. So again, I really like the fact that it's got windows, but you can't do them on the inside. You got to go on the outside and do them. And it's all mesh, so it'll keep us nice and cool in the Grand Canyon. So overall, this is a great purchase, and I'm really excited to be using it. It looks like it does have some tie downs to tie it to the poles, which I think I will be using the next time. So you can see the tie downs there in the corner up there. And then it goes all the way up and around, and there's more tie downs over there to the rainfly, but I just didn't do those. But when we go in the Grand Canyon, I'm gonna have to do something like that. So, but otherwise, this is a great tent, and I really enjoyed putting it together. So let's go ahead and take it down, see how long it takes me. And now we're gonna end up doing the takedown, and we're gonna try and fit it back into this little bag. So as we know, what you have to do is you basically take it down, fold it into thirds, and then hope that it fits. But in this case, it should be fairly easy because this tent is so small. I have the added bonus of trying to do it in a windstorm, so let's try and fit it back into this original bag. First thing I'm going to do, you basically just reverse engineer it, right? So you remove the rain fly first. Then next, take out the poles. Undo the poles first. Be as good as it's gonna get until the wind dies down. Just gotta work it in. And eventually it goes in. Yeah! Touchdown.